You know, the recent closeness between China and India is a topic that really gets people talking. On one hand, you have the optimists who believe that this partnership could lead to significant benefits for both nations. They argue that collaboration in trade, technology, and climate change could create a powerhouse that drives economic growth and innovation. Imagine the potential if these two countries, with their massive populations and resources, work together. They could tackle issues like pollution and renewable energy, sharing knowledge and strategies that might otherwise take decades to develop independently. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. There's a flip side to this coin that we need to consider. The history between China and India is fraught with tension. Border disputes, differing political ideologies, and competition for regional influence have created a complex relationship. Just because they're getting closer now doesn't mean those underlying issues have disappeared. In fact, some experts warn that this newfound partnership could lead to a power struggle rather than a harmonious alliance. If both nations start to see each other as rivals in a game of geopolitical chess, the consequences could be dire. Take trade, for instance. While increased economic ties could benefit both sides, there's a risk of dependency. If India becomes too reliant on Chinese manufacturing, it could jeopardize its own industries and lead to job losses. And what happens if political tensions flare up again? Trade routes could be disrupted, and both economies could suffer. It's a delicate balance, and one misstep could have ripple effects across the region. Then there's the issue of technology. Sure, collaboration could lead to advancements, but it also raises concerns about cybersecurity and intellectual property theft. If India shares its tech innovations with China, there's a real fear that those innovations could be misappropriated or used against India in the future. Trust is a fragile thing, especially when you're dealing with a nation that has a history of aggressive tactics. And let's not forget about the global stage. The world is watching how China and India navigate this relationship. If they appear to be too cozy, it could alienate other countries, particularly in the West. Nations like the United States and those in Europe might start to see this partnership as a threat, leading to a realignment of alliances that could destabilize the region even further. So, while the idea of a closer relationship between China and India sounds appealing on the surface, we must approach it with caution. The potential for positive outcomes is there, but the risks are equally significant. It's a complex web of opportunities and challenges, and we need to keep our eyes wide open as this story unfolds. The stakes are high, and the consequences of miscalculating this relationship could echo for years to come.